Hi, welcome to this video, which is an introduction to content marketing and social media strategy. Now, if you're new to the idea of content marketing, this is a good video to help you understand the basic concepts, what it can achieve, and what you need to do to put it in place for your business. Also, what we're looking to do is explain how social media and the strategy behind it plays a really important role in helping you implement and succeed with content marketing. So, content is king is a little quote rather, from Bill Gates all the way back in 1996. And we've been explaining to our clients that good quality content really is essential to succeed on the internet. And that's been the case long before content marketing became a buzzword. So let's look at what content marketing actually is. Content marketing is a way of providing quality content that interests your target customer and then using that content to generate leads coming into your website, and then using that content again, or different content rather, to develop those leads and turn them into a customer. Let's have a look at how that works. So what we're trying to do is use content to attract visitors. We all want more visitors on our websites. Then we're using content to convert those visitors into leads, then to close them into customers, and finally to enable them to promote our business, our product or our service for us. So what can it achieve? If you do a great job with content marketing, obviously it can attract new customers. That's one of the key reasons people use it. But also it can reduce the acquisition cost for new customers, which is really, really important. Now, one of the ways it can do that is by increasing the reach that you organically have as a business on the internet, and that can reduce your reliance on traditional advertising and paid advertising on the internet. Also, it increases the credibility of your brand. So done right, publishing great content helps your customer base, your market, to see you as an authority. And that's really useful, of course. And then improving customer retention. So we all know that getting new customers takes time and money. So keeping the customers that you've got involved in your business and keeping them loyal is a really useful thing. And finally, nurturing leads. So one of the other big bonuses of content marketing, and we touched on it a minute ago, is its ability to drive people through the sales process, providing them with the information they need to make an informed decision to become your client or customer. Okay, so let's put these bits together. We're looking to attract visitors through organic traffic, social media posts, and promoting up the content that we've got. Then we're looking to convert those visitors and turn them into leads. Now what we're looking to do there is really gather some contact information. So if we're spending time or money to get people onto our website, it really is a crime not to give them the opportunity to give you some contact details so that you can communicate with them again. We always liken it to having a really good chat with someone about business and not getting their name, telephone number or business card. It's really is a waste. So what we're looking to do there is use premium content or behind the gate content and calls to action to attract customers and get them to give you some contact details. So I just said attract customers there, which may be a bit of a slip, but that is the next thing. So we're now looking to close these leads and turn them into customers. And there's several ways that we might be doing that. One of them is using calls to action in the premium content or the blogs that we're providing them with in the last stage. Another way is to follow them up either by email or by phone or perhaps even on social, or perhaps just email them directly. So hopefully once we're turning them into customers, we're doing an absolutely great job with our product or service, and that is going to enable them to promote the product or service or business for themselves. So what we're hoping to achieve here is that our customers are going to start creating some content on social media, perhaps as reviews on our own websites, that starts the process again. So we're looking to engage customers that we've got through this process, through email, reviews, customer follow-ups and social posts. And that in turn starts the process all over again. So you can see how this turns into a loop and becomes really powerful. So what's social media strategy and why is that going to be important? Let's do social media is something we've heard more than once. And yes, it's a great first step, but that in itself is not a strategy. What you really need to think about are the questions that we've popped up here. Which networks are suitable for your aim? Which networks are suitable for your content? When should we post? What should we post? What are our competitors doing? And how do we deal with the responses and effectively the time that we need to spend on this? Now, it's very easy to look at the most simple denominator here, which is what content have we got and where should we put it? For example, we know we make some videos, so let's put them on YouTube. And that is quite important, but there's a bigger picture here, and that is looking at where is your target market. There's no point putting all your videos on YouTube if none of your target customers use YouTube and they're all on LinkedIn. So, where should we post and what networks are suitable is all about defining who your target market is for each of your business's products or services. And that is really important. We'll talk about it a little more in a sec. So let's look now at the funnel. Now, if you've done any research into content marketing in the past, you might have seen a graphic like this before. So this is effectively a sales funnel. And the planning stage that we've just talked about, and we'll talk about a bit more shortly, is right at the top there. What we're looking to do next is reach potential customers, reach people in our target market using organic search, social media and blogs, and we call that the top of the funnel. So that's top of the funnel content that we want to provide that is in the attracting stage. So attracting people and getting them over to us to expose them to our brand and then hopefully bring them over to our website. So the next stage is getting some sort of action, getting them to act, and that is to do something on our website or our blog to give them some more content to turn them into a lead, and we call that the middle of the funnel. Next we've got the conversion, and we've talked about this in a way already. So what we're looking to do here at the bottom of the funnel is turn the leads that we've got into sales or customers or clients. Now there's different ways that can happen, of course. Perhaps for an e-commerce site that's quite a quick transition from the act stage to the convert stage, and it all happens online and automatically. In some businesses, of course, this is going to involve a lot more offline work, perhaps passing these details over to your sales team or arranging a physical meeting, phone calls, etc. And it's worth noting here as well that the time taken between act and convert can be very different between the different businesses, and that's where the nurturing of leads comes in. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. Finally, the engagement really is this powerful thing that we can do to start this cycle off again and help to increase customer retention by encouraging them to play a part in what we're doing, and also using the reviews, referrals and social media posts that our delighted customers are giving us to reach more people and put them back in the top of the funnel. Okay, so we just popped this slide in because it's important now that you're probably feeling a little bit more motivated to start thinking about what kind of content your business has that you could share, or maybe your business doesn't have, but it could have. So I'll leave you with this one for a couple of seconds and let's have a think about what types of content there are. So two key types here. Evergreen content is content that you can build or create or write that will just keep on going. This is really, really powerful stuff. Effectively, the more evergreen content you create, the better you'll do with content marketing in general, because your organic reach will increase and This stuff won't go out of date. People will keep finding it, keep visiting it over and over again. A really good example of evergreen content is content that answers a question that your target market often has. So think about questions that your business faces regularly, and what could you create that would answer those questions and would become a powerful piece of content for you. That's really worth hammering home that that's important. Doing a great job with a few pieces of evergreen content can turn your website into an absolute lead generating machine. So next, let's just quickly talk about current affairs content. This is more up-to-date content. It's likely to go out of date, of course. So this might be relating to a specific industry event or a current affairs event, and it can be powerful within its time constraints, but of course it's not likely to have as long a life as evergreen content. So why is a social media strategy so important to content marketing? Well, the number one way that we see content marketing fail, or fail is probably too strong a word, not live up to what it could do and its potential, is that people fail to promote their content. So they write good content, create good content, but then they don't expose it to their marketplace. So creating a strategy that identifies where your market is, who your target customers are, and how to put content in a place where they'll see it on a regular enough basis that they'll act on it is really, really important. And as you do more of it, your audience will grow, and so you'll become more powerful as a business on social media anyway. The thing that goes with the social plan is a content plan. It's really essential to plot out what you're targeting with your different items of content. For example, you could have written a great evergreen piece of content which is answering a really important industry question. So who are you targeting with that? You know what kind of customers have asked those questions in the past. So you know that you can identify where they are on social and on the internet. It's important to plan the timescale for how you're going to promote this content, how often you're going to promote this content, where you're going to put it, and then what resources you're going to allocate to this. There's a few things that we say are essential. This list could be a lot longer, but there's a few things that we say are essential before you start content marketing. And here's our kind of top 6. Number 1 is it is absolutely vital to have analytics enabled on your website at least, so that you can see what's happening and you understand which bits of your content marketing are working and which bits are not working. Even if you don't understand, for example, the Google Analytics dashboard, get analytics set up now and you can look at that in more details later. Of course, you can always talk to us about installing analytics for you or creating reports and helping you understand it. Number 2 is make sure your website is responsive. Now, this has been important for a few years, but the deadline that Google gave in April 2015 has made it essential. If you don't want to get penalised by Google, then you need to make sure that your site works effectively on a laptop, a desktop, an iPad, tablet, and a mobile phone. Now, again, this doesn't need to be an expensive process, so it's really, really worth checking this out. Number 3, HTTPS. So you've probably all seen the little green padlock in your browser. Google is now putting a much higher reward effectively on sites that are treating security seriously. So adding HTTPS to your site is not important that you understand what it's doing, but it is important that you do it. So definitely check with your webmaster or hosting company, or get in touch with us and we can help you with that. Number 4 is good meta descriptions. If you're creating content for content marketing, then you want it to have a good reach organically, And so it's important not to ignore the old SEO rules. And good meta descriptions help humans and Google understand what your content's all about. Number 5, fast page loads. So we hear this all the time, but really quick page loads helps Google to index, but it also helps people to view your pages and not get bored and go away. So it will reduce your bounce rate to have a fast page load. So it's important. Number 6, be ready to collect emails. We nearly made this number 1, but number 6 means hopefully it will stick in your head. If your site's doesn't have the capacity to collect emails now, then address that as soon as possible, and certainly before you start content marketing. Okay, so one of the big benefits with all kinds of digital marketing is that we can get stats and results and metrics from just about everywhere, as long as it's all set up. So in the last section we mentioned the importance of having analytics installed on your website. There are a wealth of tools to get more data than just analytics, but it's vital that you have that at least. Understanding and measuring what you're doing on social media, on your own website, and with your content will really help you understand how to do a better job and improve your content marketing as time goes on. Now, we do realise that these are not always the easiest things to understand, and it's true that data without understanding what it means is just noise. So if you do need more of an understanding about what you're seeing, then that's something to address. But definitely make sure you're recording the data to start with, and you can worry about the second part later on. Hopefully, this has given you a good overview as to what content marketing can achieve and how you can go about achieving it.